We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, two NFC clubs going head-to-head as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, able to avoid him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Out of the gun, Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, come back inside, often to great success.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Connects with Kittle underneath. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now 2nd and 3. Shotgun now with Purdy. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of. Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Now Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Purdy. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Now a 2nd and 10. A first run now for Kyron Williams. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Here's more on the return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The Niners head out, and they are in their NFL rivalries-inspired uniforms. For the faithful, that's what they're called, a term for 49ers supporters through the years. If you look close, you can see faithful above the numbers on the front, and those numbers really stand out. They're enough. It's out, it's loose. And he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on a fumble return. Touchdown, LA. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Purdy looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Well, certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to start.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Here's Purdy.
Out right to Bourne. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
3 brings up 2nd down at the Rams' 33-yard line.
Purdy from the gun.
Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Play action. Now Purdy.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Purdy now to throw.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play.
And pressure coming, and they got it once again.
Poona Ford, the one to get to him and drop him.
4 yards.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
The Niners take over.
Purdy off the play fake. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Well, they picked up 5, needed 4. So to me, you know what that translates back to? Situational football and how they've been teaching it probably since OTAs and minicamps. Going over situations, know what you need, and find a way to get it.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Juwan Jennings, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Niners 10, Rams 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Oh, look at the juke. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2nd down and 6 now. They'll fake the jet sweep, but instead of give up the middle to Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
To throw is Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Up the middle, it's Williams. Yeah, good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Corum now on 1st and 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 31 yards there to 1st down. Well, you hate that for him. He gets so close on the big run, but has him in excellent position.
And I know there's plenty of competitive spirit on the defensive side of the ball, but part of me wonders if they would have just preferred him to go ahead and take it into the end zone rather than dealing with him again on a likely carry on this down.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Williams again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Rams.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
49ers 10.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
At their own 27. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now a give, right side, McCaffrey. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Purdy on the sneak. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Completes it to Jennings. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 15. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's caught. Puka Nacua.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Pass complete there to Nacua.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now it's Stafford. Over the middle to Smith.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Back to throw, Stafford. That is caught at the 7.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Stafford. And his pass incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Stafford. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Kyron Williams.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Rams add 6 to their lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Purdy.
As he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Purdy.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Shifts by him. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the 1st half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Purdy will look to throw again here. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down.
Here's Smith to return it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Here's Purdy.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jennings. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Purdy looking to throw.
That is caught. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Looking to throw. Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd and goal, Purdy. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Lane opens here. He's past the 30. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. And I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he will find his man on the outside. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Again to Williams, running right. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And they're going to get it. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
And his kick here is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Broken tackle. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They go play action here. Purdy.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now 2nd and 9.
McCaffrey running up the middle. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Oftentimes we play an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what you were saying from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Purdy now to throw.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Stafford now to throw. The kidder here, it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams.
That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
As Smith in motion right. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing is Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now Stafford. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
For the field goal, a 36-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 60 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Throwing here, Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Operating from the gun.
Purdy.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task, but that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
McCaffrey is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Now he's going to...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Brock Purdy.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Short throw, it's Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
78 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Again, it's Williams. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Purdy.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
It's a loss of
They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Purdy on a sneak.
And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20.
It's a gain 2. And the 49er 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now Purdy. They'll find Farrell open left side.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's a 2nd and 5. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Back to throw, Purdy. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Here's Purdy. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Purdy looking to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Rams 27, 49ers 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is, and he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The football going back to the Rams now. Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Here's Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
To throw is Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
It's 4th down.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st down and goal to go.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. McCaffrey following the penalty. And across the track into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he returns this to the 22. So now Stafford and the Rams down by 11. A minute 35 to go. They need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it 1st down. Stafford now to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now it's Stafford. Smith catches left side.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That is caught. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing again is Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, they need to score and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Again, it's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Here's 1st down. Now Stafford. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Back to throw, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
They snap it to Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.